Right, brain flow level 3. This will be interesting. I can't say that my brain is in top-notch mode today, but the advantage I have is that I have done all of these moves before. So at least we'll be in it together. We're going to find our comfortable seat. So assuming you've come to this having previously done the other two videos, again, you will know some of the moves will be a bit familiar and we'll build on some of those and some of them will be different. And remembering this is not about being perfect. This is about trying to really challenge ourselves, trying to challenge our brain, do things in different ways. So we're building new pathways. This is to help with our resilience, our ability to adapt. So if something happened, even something short term like you sprained your wrist or you broke your ankle, something that really caused you to have to do things in a different way, we've got all these pathways to support that ability to adapt. You know, if you've been doing, we've got one really strong pathway in your brain to your body because you've been doing a certain thing the same way your whole life, you've never erred from it. It's going to be much, much harder to adapt and make changes, to find new ways to doing things, than if you've kind of played around with lots of different ways, using your body in different ways, you know, picking up the toothbrush with your left hand and with your right hand, and, you know, walking in a different way, standing in a different way, moving your body. So we're really building up our ability to be resilient and adapt and amazing. So what could be possibly wrong with that? It's just play, it's just making our body as strong and as able as possible. Finding your comfortable seat. Just have a moment just to register with your eyes soft or closed. How do you feel today? What can you feel happening in your body? Taking any wiggles, any movements. Maybe your forehead needs a wiggle, your neck, your shoulders. How do your back ribs feel, your front ribs, your lower back, your belly, your wrists and fingers. We're just going to bring our fingers up towards, just underneath our eyebrows, and just give ourselves a little sweep underneath the eyebrows. And then maybe bring those circles gently down around the eyes and then back again. So we're not drawing the skin here, we're not pulling at anything, we're just gently circling around the eyes. Just feeling that touch of your fingertips across the skin. And then we're going to bring our fingers out towards our ears, so that little top arch of your ear, just giving it a little rub, a little massage, maybe a really gentle pull of the skin, of that cartilage, and then just working your way around the outside of the ear, massaging it all the way around, just being cautious if you have earrings in. And when you feel like you've finished, just bringing your hands to rest on your knees, fluttering open your eyes if you're not there already. Okay, we're going to do again a little eye movement, and this time we're going to completely keep our eyes still. So just finding something to draw your attention to. Try and make that something a little bit further away away from you, so maybe across the other side of the room or out the window. And this time, as our eyes stay still, making sure your chin is tucked. It's not a good sign if I can't even talk, but we'll see how this goes. We're going to gently move our head from one side to the other, keeping your eyes on that one thing. So head moves, eyes stay still. Bring your head back to center. We're going to do that up and down, so eyes stay still, head moves up and down, up and down, up. Eyes come back to center. Now we're going to point our nose up to one corner, take a diagonal line, point our nose down to the other corner, keeping our eyes still, drawing this little diagonal line with our nose, remembering that everything feels weird, everything feels odd when you first do it. Once your brain knows what you're asking it to do, it'll start to feel a little easier. Coming back to center. Same thing on the other side. Nose draws up, nose draws down, up and down. Just drawing out this little line of our nose, keeping our eyes still. Head comes back to center. We're going to bring our arms out in front, and remember these little movements that we did right at the beginning, with one arm coming back towards us, other arm coming back towards us, sweeping in and then sweeping away again. And we come so far in the first two videos that this is just easy, we can change. Arms sweep in towards us, arms sweep away from us. And then we're going to throw something else in, and this is so challenging. We're going to have to work through this one together for sure. So let's make it a bit easier and bring our fingertips together. We're going to try with our arms going in opposite movements. Remember, this is just play, just exploration. So bringing one fingertip in front of the other. So one arm's going to come down, the other arm's going to come up. Both are going to come in towards us and then swap over, coming out and in, out and in. Keep trying to concentrate on this. Come back to the beginning, shake it out if you lose it. If you feel like you've got this, maybe you feel like you can speed it up a little. Whoa. Remembering that I have done this before, and even with that previous practice, the previous experience of doing it, my brain is still like, did you get that right that time? Maybe you went a bit wonky. Maybe I can go a bit faster. I've lost it. Keep trying to do it. You can come back to this video as many times as you want. I don't know why it feels easier to start off with my fingertips together and then move them away from each other. Maybe it's a bit more of a visual cue for me, much easier than trying to do it from this point. I really struggle with that. Okay, what are we going to do now? Let's do some arms and legs. Right, so remembering before we did opposite arm to opposite knee, so let's start there. And then we're going to do knee up, extend leg, foot down, lean forward into a pyramid, nice long spine. And then we're going to take a little twist, look over that extended leg, coming back to center, drawing your foot in, knee comes up, opposite hand, extending out, down, lean, straight spine, and look over the extended leg. So we're going to turn to the side so you can maybe see this a bit better. Opposite hand to knee, we're going to keep going with the same side, knee, extend your leg, foot comes down, tilting your pelvis, straight spine into pyramid, bring opposite hand to knee, take a little turn to look over the extended leg, then come back to center, foot in, knee to hand, out, down, lean, twist, center, foot in, hand to knee, out, down, lean, twist, center, in, up, out, down, lean, twist, coming back to center, up, out, down, lean, twist, center. 2 more times with your own breath, just working through that little cycle, up, out, down, lean, twist, center, back in, meeting back in a sitting position when you're done. And then we're going to take it on the other side. So opposite hand comes up, knee to hand, not curling back on your spine, just bring that knee up as high as you can come without tilting back on your pelvis. Let's take a few of those, just warming up that hip. And then knee in, extend your leg, heel comes down, lean, opposite hand to knee, take that little twist to the side, looking over the extended leg, coming back to center, foot comes in, hand to knee, extend, foot down, take that twist, back to center, foot in, knee up, extending your leg, foot down, lean forward, straight spine, little twist, back to center, foot in, knee up, foot out, heel down, lean forward, twist, center, foot in, knee up, foot out, heel down, lean forward, twist, back to center, foot in, knee up, foot out, heel down, lean, twist, back to center, bring it back, knee up, foot out, heel down, lean, twist, back to center, foot in, pausing there. A little cycle breathe. We're going to come up to standing. So you can do this sitting if it feels better for you. Probably if you have like high blood pressure, then do this either more slowly or do it in sitting, or you could stick with your 4-4 breath if that feels plenty for you. So we're going to bring a little bounce into our knees. a little shake out of our hands to get in that nice floppy feeling. Nice and floppy. Come back to center. We're going to inhale, press into the ground, hands come up. Exhale, big floppy, arms sweep back. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, flop down. Inhaling up. So you're just really letting those arms hang loose, shaking them out as you come forward. And just pausing. Letting your arms come down. Just noticing how this feels in your body. So we've just sped things up just a tiny, tiny bit. Got your heart beating a little faster. You might feel a little tingling in your fingers and your toes, where your body is just sending the blood, the supplies towards your muscles, towards your organs, getting ready for action. All this work that's happening in your body all the time. Feeling everything that's happening. I'm going to come back down to sit on our chair. Bring our hands out into these fists. Remember in this one, thumb and little finger. Swap. Thumb and little finger. Swap. Doing it side to side. Did you master this on the other video? Could you go a little faster? Okay, if you lose it, come back. It's tough, right? But it's getting easier. The more you practice, the more it will come. Building these pathways. Your body knows how to do things differently. Knows what you're asking it to do. Shake out those hands. Here's another one. Bring your hand into that fist, thumb out towards the side like you're hitchhiking, and then bring your fingers with your thumb up and the fingers pressing in to that fist. Okay, so you've got one thumb up, fingers extended, fist and another thumb out to the side. We're going to swap this over. Thumb points to the other side, other thumb is pointing up. Swap, 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 swap. Keep going. Can you get faster? This one feels maybe a little gentler than the finger up, thumb up, because we're not having to worry about our thumbs, but still takes a while for your brain to get what you're asking it to do. If you're struggling with these movements, try bringing yourself back, feeling more supported in your chair. Make sure you've turned off everything else that could be stimulating around you. If you've got a radio on in the background, if you can hear other noise, TV, any lights, movements. Try and do everything you can so you can bring your full attention, full brainwaves to this. Once you've got it, once you've got all these movements, you can bring other stuff in around you, challenge that attention. But until you've got it, try and zone everything else out. Coming back to center. Again, fingers in front, taking a little wiggle through our fingers. Remember our figures of 8? We're going to try doing those again, but with little finger leading this time. So little finger comes out, circles around, comes in, making that second loop, circles out and around, in, looping it. So you can find those witchy fingers. Coming in and out, like you're casting a spell. You're channeling your inner witchiness. Hands come down, take a roll of your shoulders. We may be focusing on our brain, but definitely my shoulders and my arms are feeling all this different movement, using our muscles differently. Really starting to try and get all those little muscles that don't always take responsibility for the actions in our arms to move. Quite often in our arms and in our shoulders, the big muscles want to take over, but we're really bringing in all these little delicate movements that we don't usually build into everything that we do. Coming back to center, taking a breath. Arms come out wide. Eagle wings. We're going to wrap our right arm over our left. Give ourselves a little rub of the shoulders. Try and let your shoulders settle down just a little. And take those little cat-cows, so looking up and down. Feeling that round through our spine, so extension as we look up. Long arch all through our spine. Rounding, coming down. Thinking about this movement spreading all the way up and all the way along our spine. So tailbone moves, lower back, middle back, upper back and neck. And then tailbone rounds under, lower back, middle back, upper back and neck. Feeling the movement of every single section of that spine. And then arms come wide. This time taking left over right. Give yourself a little shoulder rub. It's such a feel-good hack. We know we've got all these little sensors that are stimulated when we have a hug or someone pat us on the back or a little rub on the shoulder. And we can do it to ourselves, so why not? And we're going to take a little teapot move. So just taking a breath, maybe having a little wiggle of the head, and then taking your little lean to one side, and then to the other. So inhale as you come up. And then as you exhale, it's almost like you're squeezing the air out of that lung. Inhaling up. Exhaling to the other side. Inhaling up. Leaning one side and the other. Just squeezing the air out of your lung as you lean to the side. So you're not only like a little teapot, you're also like a little accordion. So many things you can be. back to center, unwinding your arms, taking some big floppy arm moves. Rubbing your hands together, finding your way to the back of your chair, covering your eyes, planting your feet on the floor. I'm such a terrible leg crosser. Keep my feet on the floor. Just pausing. Blocking everything out. Slowly, as your eyes stay closed, gently drawing your fingers down over your eyes. Let your palms rest in your lap. Come back to your breath. See if you can come back to that 4-4 breath. So inhaling for 4. Tiny moment of stillness. Exhaling for 4. Tiny moment of stillness. Do this on your own count. Aiming not to feel overly full or overly empty at any point. So you're just gently drawing the breath in and gently letting go. Just tuning into your body. Noticing if there's anything on your body that still needs a bit of a wiggle, a bit of movement. Maybe your forehead still feels like it needs a wiggle, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your wrists, your ankles. Take whatever movements feel good. Try and really listen to what your body is telling you it needs. And then tuning into any sounds around you. There will be the obvious sounds like me. There will be some more subtle sounds, even if you've turned everything else off. Listen. What can you hear? What can you smell? Just gently fluttering open your eyes, returning to your normal breath. And what can you see? What is directly in your eye line? What colours? What details? What light? And then coming back out whenever you're ready. those are my 3 brain flows. They are not without their challenges, but they are there to come back to as many times as possible. And if there's a move you particularly find challenging, you can take that and practice it as much as you want in your daily life. But hopefully these should just wake us up, get our brain going in the morning, get us moving and ready for action, but also, like I said, building that resilience, that ability to do things in different ways. And once you start thinking about along those lines, you can really think about, how do I do things a different way in my everyday life as well, and start challenging yourself in other areas. Record that last bit.